Hello, students. These are our January announcements, and we have blocks 1, 2, and 3 this Thursday. We also have a virtue ceremony. So I'm releasing the announcements early just to remind everyone there is a virtue ceremony. We'll meet on the blacktop and head in. But here's what to look for in January. This Friday is the final day for late and missing assignments so that we don't procrastinate or try to ask teachers for extra credit. We'll just, in the last 2, 3 weeks of school, we'll just work on current assignments. And then next week, I'm really looking forward to girls basketball tryouts. And then there's this thing called the book exchange that I really hope to prioritize in these announcements and get information to you. The next week, we also have art and community night organized by Miss Rosas and other students. Adult students, all the people, and it'll be in the coffee house that we never get to go into. So this is like a family event, and you get to come in, and we're hoping to sell some baked goods for Pally scholarships because we want our 8th graders to go to 8th grade camp. 8th graders, there's only 25, 26 students signed up so far, and so we need about 50 students more to sign up for Pally Camp. So some of you will get your families inundated with communication until we get those signups in. On the 20th of January, we have a Martin Luther King Jr. Day, celebrate and holiday, no school. The following day, the 21st, is a family choice info night, and I'm looking for 2 students from each grade level that are willing to be on a panel and say, this is my experience at IVA, for 5th grade families interested in the school. We are looking at the last day of fall semester on Thursday the 23rd. So it's just in a couple weeks, Thursday the 23rd, and then there will be no school for you on Friday. Teachers will be here for our faculty academy getting ready to close the first semester, open the next semester, and your next semester starts on the 27th. So we begin the spring semester on January 27th. You're going to have some new classes, and you won't know which classes those are and what your schedule is probably until that Friday. It'll show up on Aries at some point in that Friday. We're celebrating a new semester with our 7th graders on a field trip on the Friday the 31st. Really cool Cal State Long Beach Shark Lab field trip that Miss Gordon has organized, and Miss Gordon will be there on that field trip. We're going to get to take the city buses to Cal State Long Beach. In February, we have an entire week of conferences. And then we have 2 holidays, and then we have a student choice info night, and that's when we start recruiting student leaders for reals to welcome in students from 5th grade. So this is the virtue ceremony for this Thursday. We're going to meet on the blacktop, find your people, move into the rec center, and then we will dismiss you to your advisory groups. And then I do really want to emphasize this. We're going to have a book swap next Wednesday. And this is any gently used books, but it's also puzzles and games. So if you are seeing this at home, it's perfect because I want you to go through your house and find stuff like spring cleaning stuff, bring it to the school, donate it in the front office, and then we're going to use the sorry shady bench area lunch people. We're going to use that space, I think, on Wednesday the 15th to have people come and pick up a book or a puzzle or a game that you love. This is like book swap, spring cleaning. And there's parent volunteers organizing that event in our PTO. So we have these clubs. They're continuing. There's a new club starting on Monday. It's the knitting club after school next Monday in room 211. And it is like all levels of knitting. If you've ever wanted to knit before, go to this club. Super cool for about an hour, and you guys can learn how to knit. So we are going to do a raffle for this guy. He's somewhere in, I found him. We're gonna raffle him. Sorry. We're gonna raffle this guy right now. There are 175 of you that had perfect attendance in December. And then that means tomorrow also in December, we're gonna pass out Dylan who? Some unknown Dylan. I'm going to find the list and figure out which. At this point, some Dylan is receiving this prize, and we'll find out exactly which Dylan it is. And I will let you know at the virtue ceremony on Thursday. But 175 of you weren't even tardy in the month of December, so you are going to get Otter Pops beginning passed out on Wednesday. Okay, Friday is the final day for assignments. We do this because we don't want you to procrastinate. You will get your report card in February, in the month of February, but you should see what your grades are and be working on your grades all the way up to the end. It's really important that 6th and 7th grades help give you access to more high schools. So if you have really low grades in 6th grade, you can still fix it up by the 2nd semester so that you have access to a lot of high schools. But I know for a fact that there's not a lot of students that have very, very low grades because we check your D's and F's every week. Next week, we get tryouts for the girls basketball. And then also the first practice is on Thursday. So we're going to get to find out who the team is. Miss Gallimore is the coach. Very exciting. There's a parent meeting on the Thursday. Book swap, just a reminder again, book swap, go home, find the books, find the puzzles, find the board games. Community art night in Seka, super cool. There's going to be local artist pop-up shops. Very excited about that. And we're featuring the 8th grade social justice class and the environmental justice class or work that Mr. Fan is doing as well. Book swap. Find your books, find your puzzles, find your games, bring them to school so that you get to participate in that swap. Okay, so Thursday the 23rd, instead of advisory, we are going to do a family breakfast. And we have put it in the parent newsletter so that families can sign up for this. And we just want all of your families to come into school. We're going to bring food to share, like potluck style. There's also going to be performances by Jazz Angels and Long Beach Youth Chorus and breakdancing in the rec center that you will put it on the announcements. Performance starting now, and you can go in with your family and then come back out and hang out. So it's going to be our very first ever family breakfast. Hey, you all, happy January, and I hope you continue to have really good attendance because we have another raffle happening at the end of this month. Look forward to your Otter Pops and your advisory and the virtue ceremony. Have a good day.